let's go make this flag block. But first, always remember to share this so it will save to your profile and you can find it when you're looking for it again later. I started with 2 red pieces that are 2.5 inches by 10.5 inches, 2 white pieces, 2.5 inches by 10.5 inches. Put that to the side. 4 blue strips, 2.5 inches by 8 inches. Now these are just pieces left over from a jelly roll that I had, but I really like them and it was kind of perfect with what I was doing. And 2 red pieces, 2.5 inches by 18 inches, and 1 white piece, 2.5 inches by 18 inches. So I've already sewn a whole bunch of this quilt because I was writing a pattern for y'all. So yes, you can get the pattern at hometownquiltcompany.com, full written pattern for this quilt, or for the individual block, just the flag block if you wanted it. Hang on, let's make sure I don't have it upside down. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so the first thing I did was sewed these 4 blocks together. I placed it pretty side to pretty side, sewed, opened it up, placed the next one and the next one the same way. Now we're gonna sew this with a straight stitch, a 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when we start and when we stop, because my grandma said so. So now we've sewn our 4 blue blocks together. This is gonna be our stars up in the corner of our flag. So now we're gonna sew our red and white together the same way by placing 2 pretty side to pretty side, sewing down this longest side, straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam. We're gonna get the 1/4 inch seam by following the edge of our fabric with the edge of our presser foot. Back stitching when you start and when you stop, because my grandma said so. Now I'm gonna open this up and I'm going to add my next white strip. Doesn't matter whichever side you want to go to, just make sure you're alternating your colors. I'm going to sew it the same way and then I'm going to sew this one. All right, we've sewn our red and white and our blue. This is the top of our flag. Now let's sew the bottom of our flag. Now these pieces are 2.5 by 18 inch. These are 2.5 by 10.5. These are 2.5 by 8. We're going to sew these the same way. I've already sewn those 2 together, so I'm just going to sew this 3rd one on there, straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop. Now this is what we have. I'm going to go iron mine. You go iron yours. I'll be right back. Okay, so now our flag is ready. I'm gonna see if I can put mine together upside down so you can see what it's gonna look like. These are our pieces. So we're gonna take the first 2, the top, we're gonna lay them pretty side to pretty side. We're gonna match these seams up the best we can, pinch it, pleat it, or pull it, whatever you have to do. And we're gonna sew down this short side, straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop. All right, this is what we have. I'm gonna go iron mine, you go iron yours. I'll be right back. I'm back. I've ironed mine, you've ironed yours. Now we're gonna take our 2 pieces, lay them pretty side to pretty side, and we're gonna straight stitch this. 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop. And be careful that you sew the right sides to the right sides. I did not know this until my sewing journey. I guess I had never made enough American flags, but your flag should start with red and end with red. So, right down here. Let's go iron it again. Okay, here's your flag block. Now would be precious on the front of a pillow, a table runner. This flag as a placemat would be fantastic. You use it on whatever you want to. For me, it's gonna be 1 flag inside of a whole quilt. I can't wait to show you. So meet me right back here and we'll make this flag quilt. My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher and I would love for you to come sew with me.